guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and it is 2,388 days since Dokkan has come out. Well, I mean, on the 12th, for me, it's still the 11th, so. Whatever. Anyway, there was a really big data download last night with a huge amount of characters in it. I mean, we have LR Majin Vegeta's EZA coming out tonight. He seems like he's one of the better units in the game. I mean, I would want to see how he's performing across, you know, like after a full world tour, but like, I could see him like probably somewhere in like, you know, the 10 to 20 range for one of the better units in the game, right? I think he's probably in there. He's definitely better than in LR Gohan, right? Because Majin Vegeta's damage is just, it's so easy, right? Like, it's just like, I feel like there's going to be a lot of situations where you get one orb and he's popping off a 6 million attack stat, right? Like, Gohan can do, like, similar damage, but you need to get orbs as well, right? Because, again, Gohan, they didn't give him any increased damage they did for Majin Vegeta. We have the Peppy Gal EZA with 5 Peppy Gal EZA units, although Pan is not on Peppy Gals, right? And then we have a double rates banner dropping with Margarita and Caway right here. A lot of people, by the way, were sort of confused about where these units were coming from. I mean, not surprising, but this is what JP Dokkan has done several years in a row now, where right before Worldwide, they've dropped, this is where they kind of do like their Peppy Gal stuff. If you guys remember last year, it was the Awakenings for Oceanus and Launch. 2 years ago is when Oceanus and Launch actually came out, their SSRs. And then I know 3 years ago they did the Grade 8 Bardock squad as a double rates banner, right? Here's so there's a Majin Vegeta banner, and then there's also here, you know, double rates banner. I historically do very bad on this banner, by the way. Last year, or well, no, this was two years ago. It was Oceanus, dude, took like nearly 5,000 stones on a double rates banner. It was devastating. I imagine this is not, like, I think so like these 5, if that's what the banner is, just those 5 plus these 2, it's not going to be bad, but I expect it to be like 10 featured units or something like that. Obviously, dude, I mean, you don't need me to tell you not to summon on this banner. Margarita and Caway are good, but like, I don't know, like, here, let's just start by talking about them real fast, then we'll talk about all the EZA stuff, right? Because this video is just sort of to go over the units, go over everything that was in the data download. I mean, you know, she is lowering attacks, she is sealing, like, you know, if you're, like, Toon Rami and you're, like, a huge, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta fan and stuff like that, like, Margarita's gonna have some value for you, because she gives Vegeta 60% attack and defense, because you got your Realm of Gods, your Sibling Bond, and your Bond of Master and Disciple, support type buffs. It is going to stack like Vados. So, like, a rotation of her, Vados, and Evolution Blue Vegeta, Vegeta's going to be getting he's going to be getting 60% attack and defensive support from each of them. So, Vegeta will be getting 120% attack and defensive support. It would be insanity for Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? She is, of course, going to be crazy with the Universe 11 unit, which will allow her to Rainbow Orb change. I mean, you certainly can make that work well, right, with Jiren, because Jiren is on Realm of Gods, right? I think it would be a little bit better if Belmod was, like, a usable character as well, because, you know, Belmod would definitely be on Bond of Master and Disciple, so we'd have another Universe 11 unit over there to sort of help her out and get her that Rainbow Orb changing. She's ridiculously good. One of the big things I'm going to be very excited to try is I'm going to try a full Beerus and Angel team and, like, I don't know, like the GT Legendary Goku event or something like that, right? And sort of see how that is going to perform. I feel like it's going to look really good. You know, cuz like Vados, Margarita, Whis, a couple of the Beeruses, like, that team could be nasty, dude. I think it's actually going to be kind of interesting to run because they're all going to link so well and there's going to be so much support. I mean, a lot of what the Angels do is they're great for Super Battle Road, though, with, like, their debuffs, but, yeah. But the thing about Margarita, again, this is, I don't think that this is a unit, really, that a lot of people need to be going for right before Worldwide. I don't think so. I mean, double rates banners typically are a trap. I think, you know, the double rates banner that typically has an LR on it for Christmas, and then you get, like, Elder Kai's as, like, a summon gift, like, you know, you could do some stones on that. But like this, like, no way, dude. And then Caway is really good for she's really good for Super Battle Road. The only thing is that it's like this is it, right? The Peppy Gals stage, which, you know, you're not going to need this Caway to beat Extreme Peppy Gals, especially after the monstrous 5-unit EZA right here. 4 of them dominate that Peppy Gal team. And the Universal Survival Saga, I did mention that, like, you know, this unit, Rainbow level 10 links, like, I probably would bring to, like, Extreme Universal Survival Saga over, like, Jiren, if given the opportunity, right? I wouldn't actually do that because Jiren is the leader of the team. Well, I mean, running reps of Universe 7 is actually probably the best idea, right? But you get what I'm saying. She's good. She's good for Super Battle Road. One other thing that is really good, too, is that these units are awakening right away, right? Because remember, they dropped, like, Launch and Oceanus, and, like, they were SSRs for a year, and then they awaken the next year. So that is good. And they awaken from this event right here with these, you know, magical girl medals or whatever. These ones right here. But I mean, these have been in the Baba Shop for years now, right? Like, I just got over 1,000 of these, so it'll be easy to awaken them. Okay, so we talked about the double rates banner. Again, there's an EZA for Majin Vegeta. He's weak to Super Saiyan 2, huh? Let me actually... the wiki, damn, they're fast. Yeah, they've already got a page built for it. So, Super Saiyan 2 Legendary Power. What is that? Kale and Khalifa, LR Gohan, LR Gohan, LR Gohan. Yeah, this is not going to be that tough. Oh, wow, dude, Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 has really been buffed to hell recently because this guy got an EZA. He's really good. This guy got an EZA. He's really good. This guy is actually super underrated. I think he's a very solid unit, right? And it's like, he's just completely under the radar. So it's like, we got a lot of EZAs that have helped this team out quite a bit. And then now, Majin Vegeta is probably the best unit on the team, I would imagine. I would probably rate him as the best character on this team. So that's good. That is definitely good. Majin Vegeta looking good. You know, Super Saiyan 2, I don't imagine that's really going to be so tough. Then we have the Peppy Gal EZA. Looks like they are weak to Peppy Gals, which is funny. I guess that does make sense. So looks like you're going to be using, what, Tech, Int... Okay, so you're just not using, what, like AGL? Alright, sure. Patan Battle comes out on the 16th. Okay. Only the third stickers are available. That's good. What's interesting about that is I actually, in the last Patan battle, there was one I did not get. There was one sort of Patan sticker I didn't get. It was the SCR cell. So, okay, so that's sort of all the info right there. Yeah, and then it's just all the details for these characters. All right, so I'll just briefly go over these 6 EZA units that are coming out. By the way, you definitely, I think global players, like, if you're a little bit upset that, like, it's like global gets like Videl, Goten, and then the 2 characters from the EZA area, and then JP gets a data download, and it's like, oh, here's, you know, 500 units, right? Like, it's like, yeah, like, global, like, it's like one of the worst celebrations in global history ever. I mean, the thing is that in 2 weeks, it's one of the biggest times of the year. Personally, it feels like July is typically the biggest month of the year for Dokkan. You know, Tanabata plus Global Anniversary combined. To me, that does feel a bit bigger than Worldwide. Worldwide is number 2, right? Which starts, you know, sort of like we're gonna start having like countdown details and stuff like that coming up within the next week or so, right? I really should do a video again. I want to do a video talking about this Battle of Gods theory that people have, and then sort of, you know, push out some other stuff. But again, I feel like the worldwide, like, theme, it could be like GT with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you know, maybe name it Goku. I'm still leaning more towards Android/Cell Saga with, like, maybe like an instant transmission by guys Goku or something like that. I think it's probably most likely to me, but, you know, we'll see. Again, Majin Vegeta's ridiculous. If I would criticize Majin Vegeta for anything, it's just probably that I feel like there's going to be situations where he's probably getting too much ki, because the Goku condition is not hard, right? Like, you'll have this active quite often. The Kid Trunks condition is one you really want, right? But like that's not always going to be possible, right? Like Kid Trunks is not on like Revived Warrior or something like that, right? So this is going to be interesting to see how this guy performs again across a wide variety of teams in a wide variety of events. It'll be nice to sort of see that take place. He's got the AoE. He's just really good. Like they buffed him, right? Because he was at 150% on Super, now he's at 180. His defense at the start of turn, so he's got it like slot 1. He doesn't even get defense on super attack or anything, so you really could put him in slot 1, and he's the same defensively there as after he super attacks and all that stuff. He is on a lot of teams, and teams that really could use units. I actually, just because he's on so many teams, I would prefer if he was a little bit better. But like he's fine. Like I only say that just because it's like this Crota Body of Mine could really use the help, right? All Out Struggle could really use any help it could get. So only for that reason, I wish this guy was like Broly level. I mean, well, yeah, obviously, right? But Majin Vegeta is good. Definitely better than LR Int Gohan, I would say. So that's for sure. Okay, so next we have AGL Mai. Mai is really good because again, with units like this, these sort of like the secondary unit type EZAs, the fact that she's on all of these category teams that really could use help, Connected Hope, Revenge, right? And she gives all allies 3 key. So like you're on the Revenge team, right? Which just got a Super Battle Road stage, by the way. Here, let me pull up Revenge. Just got a Super Battle Road stage. And it's like, you might have Baby on rotation with like Bardock and then like AGL Mai. And it's like she's giving the whole rotation 3 key, right? Like it's Revenge is a mess, right? Because the category, what it is it's characters basically, characters who start Revenge. What it is it's characters seemingly that have like fought and lost and then like fought again or something like that. Although, I mean, that kind of, I don't know, a bit, because Baby, sort of, I guess, and like Bardock loses to Frieza, but then he fights Chilled. But like, if you sort of like think of it in that way, you could sort of, tell what's going on with sort of the theme of this category, right? But like, Mai is going to help out in a lot of these teams. Honestly, just the All Allies 3 key is very valuable. I think she's going to typically be over 200k defense. She's got her nice chance of stunning. You have the Scouter effect under 50% HP, which definitely can be useful. I still think that's the strongest ability in the game. I think this Mai is a really good pick for a lot of teams. Like, she has this as well, but, like, this, is something that is, like, extra. Just this is, like, really, really helpful. I do wish more units would get abilities like this, especially characters that are on teams like, Revenge, Connected Hope, Battle of Wits, where it's just like a mess. Honestly, Time Travelers is another one. This Mai would be a good unit for Time Travelers. Like, you could run Int Mai and AGL Mai as, like, floating supports and then just do whatever you want with the rest of the team. Certainly could work. We have 18. 18 could be the best of these Peppy Gal EZAs. I probably think it's going to be Pan, honestly. I think Pan, or no, not you. She sucks. We'll get to her in a second. Pan. I think Pan is probably the best of all of them. Just because Pan, let me talk about 18. 18 is a god on the Peppy Gal team, right? You could get her easily to like 500k defense. She's dominating. She looks insane. She looks crazy. This Android 18 is a monster. I have no issue with the fact that she is restricted to Peppy Gal because, like, we had the Bio Broly Android 18 who needs, like, a Goten, Trunks, or Krillin, which doesn't exist on Peppy Gal. So, again, this is exactly how they need to be creating these units. Like, Android 18 is a million Android 18s. Make them really busted, but then restrict them to, like, certain conditions, and then create, alternate versions of that character with different conditions. That's what they did. Right, the Bio Broly Android 18 is disgusting, but not on the Peppy Gal team. She's not as good. She's still good, but not as good as on the Peppy Gal team. Whereas this 18 on Peppy Gals is like a god, right? By the way, this is so stupid. Like, well, this is so pointless. Like, what is this? Guaranteed dodge and guaranteed stun when her HP is under 18%. You're probably not going to see that very often. But yeah, this 18 is crazy, right? I mean, she could still be solid on other teams, just as long as you got a couple of Peppy Gal characters. I feel like this character would get a lot better if they gave us So, like, Videl's got a Dokkan Fest, right? If we got some sort of future Android 18 Dokkan Fest, I think they easily could do that, right? Maybe like an exchange unit with 17 or something like that. Like that would be, because if it's future 17 and 18 together, they wouldn't be on Peppy Gals. But if it's like an 18 exchange into future 17, then that would be a Peppy Gal unit who'd be on a lot of these similar teams, right? Sibling Bond, Android Cell Saga, and then that could make this Android 18 a little bit more relevant on some of those teams. Pan, I think, is probably the best of the batch. She's ridiculous. Like, dude, her defense is just so sick, and she's building up her dodge chance. Like, I'm telling y'all, you could straight up rock this Pan in the Legendary Vegeta event. If she gets super attacked by Evolution Blue Vegeta, she's dead. You know, what a shock. Every SCR unit, basically, that gets supered by him dies. You can't really avoid that. But against normal attacks, even with this gone, by the time you get there, as long as she's on rotation, keeping this up, she's crazy. Like, this ability right here, Tech 18's got that. This Pan has got that. When you start getting, like, these types of buffs for, like, 6 turns, where you could stack it for 3 separate turns, that's where these characters start to look ridiculous. That's why the Bio Broly EZA trio is so nutty, right? The Trunks, the Goten, and Android 18. So, like, this Pan is crazy, man. And it's, like, the thing about, like, 18, again, 18... On Peppy Gals, 18 versus this Pan, you know, 18 might be better, right? But Pan, you know, we've got a whole bunch of teams where you can run around, and she's just going to be a really solid option. You know, she shares, 6 out of 7 links with LRB Pan. The only link they don't have active is Kamehameha. So, like, you're getting defense, you're getting key right there, you're getting dodge chance, GT is huge, right? Shatting limits giving more defense, like... It's going to be very easy to run this Pan on a lot of teams, sort of as like a utility support type unit, right? Like, she's going to work really well. I mean, GT Hero doesn't necessarily need buffs, but, you know, extra options are definitely not a bad thing whatsoever, right? Over there. So that's good. Pan being on all these teams, right? She'll help. You know, Dragon Ball Seekers needs the help. Youth needs the help. Like, she's really good for a lot of those teams. Videl... it's weird. To me, Videl seems like easily the worst of the batch. Like, I don't even think it's close, right? Like, all these other units are doing, like, insane things. And it's like, Videl's got a debuff right here, 3 turns for 20%. And then she's got a debuff right here, 20% for 2 turns. So, like, for Super Battle Road stages, she could be solid. But because of this right here, she hits, like, way weaker than all these other units. It's like Pan's not going to hit much harder than this Videl. But Pan is like an invincible defensive juggernaut. This Videl is not, right? Like, yeah, she gets this, which is like she's solid, but it also hurts. Like, not only do I think she's the worst of the batch, but also, like, Videl is the best unit on the Peppy Gal team, Dokkan Fest Videl. So, like, there's 2 things going against this Videl. She's the worst of the batch, and, you know, the name, like, you can still run this Videl. You could easily, because the SCR Dokkan Fest Videl, you want to run her on rotation anyway, right? Because she's goddamn invincible, one of the strongest units in the game still. So you would want to float this Videl. I mean, this Videl works really good as a floater, right? Again, with the debuff, with the healing. But, I mean, for the most part, she's just, like, very meh, I think. I don't see much of a point to this unit, unfortunately. Because you also have to be using her on Peppy Gals, right? So it's not like, you know, maybe if she was, like, better than Dokkan Fest Videl for just, like, the Earthling team or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this design. And it's like she stacks attack, but, like, that doesn't really amount to very much. Her damage is just very low. And then finally we have Bulma. Bulma, I need to use Bulma more. She seems insane, this Bulma, right? Because you're getting, like, so many buffs, right? Start a turn on super attack, and then she's got a 30% chance to dodge, and then when she dodges and gets hit, up to 5 times each, she's getting all of these buffs. She heals on super, and then she's healing with rainbow orbs. It's like, when I was doing my showcase, I was like, you know, my 10th video of the day, right? But it's like, you have access to a unit that's still fairly solid on a bunch of these teams. Youth, Dragon Ball Saga, Dragon Ball Seeker, LR Kid Goku, and Arale, creating rainbow orbs, right? With them around, and this Bulma, like, you're going to be healing. It's going to be looking really good. I think this Bulma's solid. By the way, too, I think something that really does matter is this. This unit dropped with an EZA. They are ridiculous. This unit is so... This is probably the best unit that I've actually not seen a single person besides me talk about. No one. I've seen no one discuss this unit whatsoever. Because they're just restricted to these bad teams, right? But, like, all of a sudden... It's like, look at Dragon Ball Saga, right? Like, again, this unit, understand that this is one of the best free-to-play units in the game. Like, this unit is definitely up there with Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, and Roshi, and Frieza, and stuff like that. B-Pan, for sure, right? So you add them. Tao is ridiculous. I mean, Tao, we need to get some more dupes before he's, like, you know, super radically good. But, like, Tao is good, right? And then we get this Bulma as well. So it's like, you know, they're giving us buffs. Like, we need a lot more, but... With the thing that's happened with Dokkan has had back-to-back celebrations with 10 EZA units, and what that does is it makes it to where all of these smaller category teams are getting new characters, right? So like now a lot of these teams, it's going to be easier to do some of this difficult content with a lot of these teams. So this is a really good data download because it's like, you know, these are all characters. Basically, like, all of these characters are, like, these are all second anniversary characters, pretty much. Didn't all of them come out during the second anniversary? I think all 5 of them did. And then Majin Vegeta on JP came out, what, like, 2 months after the second anniversary or something like that? And now these 6 characters are, like, gods. So it's really, really good. EZA, best thing Dokkan has ever done, still. So let me know what you guys think of this data download. Again, Peppy Gals to use against the Peppy Gal EZA, and then, of course, Super Saiyan 2 to use against Majin Vegeta. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.